Have you ever wondered what fashion weeks are all about? What really happens in there? Who gets invited? And if you want to go, how you can attend it? Well, these are the questions I've been getting asked a lot since the last couple of months, and today I'm here to answer all of them to the best of my capacity. Welcome to this channel. I'm Yashita, and in today's video, we're going to dive into the topic: how do you get invited to fashion weeks? A bit about myself. I create content on Instagram and YouTube, and I work in marketing. I have been in these fields for the past 3 years and have been fortunate enough to attend some of the biggest fashion weeks all around the globe. Getting that golden ticket to attend the fashion weeks isn't as mysterious as it is, but let me break it down for you. First, let's talk about the structure of fashion weeks. They happen twice a year, marking the launch of the new collection and setting the tone for the season. The first one happens in Feb-March, which is the autumn-winter one, and the second one is the spring-summer one, which happens in September-October. So the spring-summer one is going on right now. Most of the countries have their own fashion weeks, but the big fours are New York, London, Milan, and Paris. What is the purpose behind fashion weeks? Why are they done in the first place? Well, fashion weeks are this big celebration of creativity and innovation. All the designers and the brands showcase their latest collections, the buyers decide what goes on the shelves, and the influencers, celebrities pick the which outfits and the looks they want to set for the rest of the season. So yeah, you can consider fashion weeks like this big party or a celebration which happens in the fashion world. Let's talk about who really gets invited to these fashion shows. Let's start with a little math. Imagine a brand or a designer is investing, say, £500,000 for a show, right? And there are 500 seats available, so that would make it like £1,000 per seat, or like 1 lakh rupees approximately. So anyone that the designer or the brand is inviting, they have to make sure that that seat is giving them that return on investment. So usually the people who get invited are the designers, buyers, influencers, celebrities, basically anyone that the designer or the brand thinks can provide the value against the investment that they're making. And bigger the brand, more investment they put into the fashion show, so the value of each seat gets more higher, so they get more picky with who they want to invite to make sure they are getting that return on investment. Now, if you want to get invited to a fashion week, how can you do so? Well, my number one tip is to build a good portfolio. Whether you are a designer, stylist, buyer, influencer, content creator, whatever your profile is, you need to make sure your portfolio is really good. Basically, showing it to the brand or the designer that, if you are filling up that seat, you can provide that media coverage and what value are you bringing to the table. When you're making a portfolio, make sure you're including all your work links and structuring it really well. Talk a lot about numbers. Basically, what I mean is you're saying that you did so-and-so campaign or you worked with so-and-so person. What impact did that create? And how do you think if you attend the show, you can also bring similar value to this designer or the brand? Another tip from my side about how you can get invited is networking. I mean, the whole industry runs on networking, and just network as much as you can. Be in circles where you have an opportunity to meet other designers, stylists, buyers, production people. I feel like it is really good to have built that connect. Don't shy away from it, to be very honest. Like, it would feel a bit awkward that, I'm just going out and talking to people and just talking about myself, but the whole idea is about selling yourself, right? Like selling the person you are and selling your work. So more you network, more you talk about your work, more you get into noticed and get that potential opportunity of attending any future events or fashion week. I'll tell you a story about my first fashion week. It was years back when I was studying law, apparently, but I was always fascinated by this industry and I wanted to get into it. But just being that little and thinking, I do not know anyone over here, like, how do I crack this? So, what I did was, I did this sort of an internship with a designer. And I was a law student, like, what internship can I do with a designer? But what I pitched was that, I can just come help with the pop up, help with like any logistical or production requirements. And yeah, it worked out. So I started interning with this designer. And when Lakme Fashion Week was happening in India, I reached out to her and I asked, this is happening and you might know this designer. Do you think I can, potentially go? I can make, some content for the designer's use and everything. And she had a word, and that's how I cracked my first deal. So, even if you are not from the field, try to get internships or work opportunities in the circle, in the industry. And it's just like, if you get to know one person, they know other people, and it's just the whole network of people. That's just how you crack into it. This gets me to my another point, that is reaching out to the brands. So whenever Fashion Week is happening, I think a month or two back, they put out the schedule on the website. So say London Fashion Week is happening right now in a couple of days. So the schedule came out in July. So in that schedule, you can see all the designers, brands, PR events, everything that is happening. Best part over here is that on the website, there are PR email ID, sales email ID of all the shows, all the designers that are showcasing. So just draft that message, like put your work links, talk about what value you're providing, and reach out. There are chances that when you're reaching out, you might not get a response, but you can always follow up, and it's always better to reach out rather than thinking that you missed an opportunity. It is, at the end of the day, all about that resilience, really all about how badly you want to get into the industry and how badly you want to be more involved during these fashion events. And more you do it, more like you get the links, get the connects, and you'll eventually get into it. So these were all the tips from my side. I hope this was helpful. If you have any other questions for me, just drop them down below in the comments. I'm very active here again, so always happy to answer. And I hope you have a good day. I'll see you next time.